Hi everyone. So I wanted to give you an update on my doctor's appointment yesterday. We went up to Atlanta, which was actually a nicer drive than Birmingham because we realized there's no stoplights or hardly any stoplights. But we had a nice drive up there on Sunday, got a hotel, and that was about 2 or 3 miles away from the doctor's office and stayed. Got up the next morning, and thank goodness we didn't have to be at the doctor's office until 1, so we got to sleep in, which was nice. But we went, and the office was very organized. It was bright. It was the complete opposite of the other doctor's office, I guess. Like, you went in there, it was real dark and everything. And I mean, I know you shouldn't judge a doctor on their waiting room, but it was nice. Anyway, it's very organized. We didn't have to wait very long. I think maybe like 10 minutes or something like that. Um, but went back there. Let's see. Trying to think what they did first. I think we just talked to the nurse first. He got his blood pressure taken and all that stuff. And the other thing I think he liked was that instead of like a chair or anything like that, like he had a recliner. He got to sit in a nice recliner. It was funny. But anyway, the doctor came in, and I had my records from the other doctor. And my husband just kind of told them the basic background of everything that's happened in the past, I guess it's almost a year and a half, somewhere around there. But one of the first things that the doctor was said, because he told him about the varicocele and all this stuff, and one of the first things he said was, well, did they look to see why this was happening? And we said no. I mean, the doctor in Dothan didn't. The RE in Birmingham wasn't concerned with it, nor the urologist. So that's 3 doctors, basically, that we've been to that hadn't really, didn't even say that they were going to try to look at it. Like, looked at blood work and said that's it, and knew that there was a varicocele. That was it. Anyway, so what they're going to be doing at this point, he does have a lot of hope for us. I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. And I think my husband's the same way. Like, we were excited, that the appointment went well and everything, but I know not to get too excited. I also know not to tell anyone. Now I know why people on here, and I couldn't understand why they were so guarded about doing IVF and all that stuff, and now I know why. Because if I have one more person ask me if IVF worked, why didn't it work, what are you going to do now, I could scream. So, I'm going to keep it guarded, basically all of you will know, and our parents and my friend, who's actually my boss as well. So they'll know, and that's going to be about it. Because it's just every single time somebody asks me, it's just like somebody stabbed a knife in my heart. But I know they're just being nice. I don't get mad at them at all. But it's just, it just hurts every single time. It's like I kind of get my mind off of it for a little while, and then somebody brings it back up again, like out of the blue. It's always like when I least expect it. Anyway, sorry, rambled again. But they are going to be doing, they did a blood test the other day, and they are checking for the Y chromosome, which I didn't know until after they had done the chromosome testing in Birmingham of what even they should test for, and didn't know that they should look for the Y chromosome. So I wasn't really sure if they had done it or not, and he looked at the paperwork and said that it's not in there, so I'm guessing that they didn't. So anyway, they're checking for that. He said the fact that they found sperm in there is very hopeful. And I think what he kept, hinting at kind of was kind of how I felt and how I, just common sense wise, that, if a varicocele, heats up sperm, damages it, why wouldn't you have fixed that first to guarantee that you had the most optimal sperm that you could possibly have to do IVF? So that's kind of where we are now. It's going to be a lot of testing going back and forth to try to find out what's wrong. So, he said that we're kind of in, for the long haul, which is fine. He said that I'm not too old. I thought that was funny. I'm close to too old, but not too old yet. But it didn't offend me or anything. I just thought it was funny. But, said that I'm not to that point yet where, I'm kind of like under the gun, like, I need to get pregnant now so that we can take our time. He did give us the other option, was like, if you want to get pregnant in 3 months, maybe we could switch my stem meds up a little bit. And because the way that he looked, and I kind of thought this too, but I didn't want to delve into it right now. I just want to focus on my husband first. But that, I had 12 eggs, and for me to have as many follicles as I had, I don't think that was the best number I could have had, or I think it might have could have been better. But, and then I only had 6 eggs that were mature. So I think, I told him about them worried about overstimulating me, and that's why they lowered my dose of Gonal-F and all that stuff. So he said we could do that, maybe use the sperm we already had, but I'd rather find out what's going on first. And he said that usually in about 50% of cases that they do see improvement in sperm whenever they do the varicocele. So he thinks that, we do have a good chance of this happening, which is, fine. I'm still not going to, start jumping up and down or anything like that like I did the last time when they found sperm. So I know better. But we decided I guess it was the day before, it was Saturday. I just decided to look to see what's going on in Atlanta on Sunday and Monday to see if there was anything, cheap we could do. It was supposed to be cheap, but I looked and I didn't know that Coldplay was going to be in Atlanta on Monday night. And we've been wanting to go to a Coldplay concert. Like, it's probably been like, if I had 5 items on my bucket list, that would be one of them. And to go see them. Sorry, the mail truck came. I was trying to see who it was in my yard. But we went to go see them last night, and it was not cheap. However, it ended up being my birthday present, since my birthday is tomorrow on the 4th and my husband's is the 14th. And we were born the same year, too. But that was our birthday present, and it was worth every single penny. Like, we had these wristbands, and if you've been or anything like that, but we had, like, I had pink and my husband had red or something like that. And as soon as the concert started, like, everyone's wristbands lit up in different colors. And it was like, not pitch black, I mean, besides the stage, but the audience was. They didn't have the lights on the audience. And it was just, it was beautiful. And then it would, like, pulse, and sometimes it would go with the music, sometimes it would stay on. Sometimes, like, green would come on pink, and then it would just go, and it was beautiful. So I really highly recommend going to see Coldplay. Let's see, what else? We went to the Coca-Cola Museum before that, because I had forgotten, I hadn't really been and done stuff in downtown Atlanta since I was a lot younger. It's been years. But it was really nice. Like, we went and we parked at the Phillips Arena. I think it was about 2:30 or 3 or something like that. And just walked towards the Coca-Cola Museum, George Aquarium, and, ate in, like, a little deli. And we went to the Coke Museum because my husband had never been. And apparently I had never been because it was absolutely nothing like it was the last time. But that was fun. And I think it was only like $16 per person, which it's not bad. But we want to try to start doing stuff like this. I have a feeling we're going to be going up there at least once a month. So I just want to try to make it as fun as possible and not just us going to the doctor and coming home. Because that's what it was for me the entire time, and it was a miserable drive knowing that I'd go to the doctor and come home. So we know a lot more people in Atlanta as well that we can stay with. So I think what we're going to try to do is start going up maybe Saturday night or Sunday morning when we have appointments on Mondays, and trying to do something on Sundays, and then have our appointment, come home. So it's not just all doctors. I think everything was it was too serious the last time, and I don't want to do that again. I tried to be as, relaxed about everything, but I just wasn't. Anyway, our next appointment is on the 23rd, and we'll get our results back from the Y chromosome test. I think that's all they were testing for in the blood test, but they might have been doing his FSH and all that again to see if that was as high as it was the last time. Because the last time it was 63, I think 63.1, 64.1, one of those. So it was very high. But anyway, we'll get that, and he has to do another sperm test, which is something else that he was like, they only did one. Yes, they only did one. It's like everything that I had questions about, like, he answered. Like, he got done, he's like, do y'all have any questions? I'm like, not really. So it was amazing. But anyway, maybe I'll get back on before then. I don't know. But I hope everybody's doing well, and again, I pray for everyone that, I watch or watches me or anything like that. I pray for all of y'all on a nightly basis, pregnant, not pregnant, wherever we are. But anyway, I guess I'll see you guys later, and I might try to add a few pictures of us at Coldplay. It was just, I can't stop talking about it. It was amazing. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.